Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent, but be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful evening here in Noblesville, Indiana. You're watching Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN, and tonight's feature, girls soccer opener for Guerin Catholic. They welcome the Zionsville Lady Eagles to their hometown, and we're looking forward to having you with us here in Indiana SRN. Alongside the coach, Keith Myers, I'm Jonathan Mathis, and it's a whole new year of possibilities, and both of these teams are in the top 20, and they're looking to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, Zionsville ranked 16th, Guerin Catholic ranked 17th. Going to be a great matchup for the top 20. Both teams playing very, very well, looking to play a very strong schedule. Both of these teams play a very strong schedule. You look at Guerin Catholic, their first 8 games, Jonathan, comes to Zionsville, Carmel, Heritage, Babuff, Chittard, Roncalli. That's a pretty tough schedule. Zionsville, on the other hand, with Mishawaka, Marion, Chesterton, Fishers, and it goes on and on and on for these teams.
Yeah, that is a point of pride for both of these two clubs. You have for Zionsville, they view the regular season as a chance to move on to state. They're preparing for the state playoffs. Guerin Catholic, after a couple relative rebuilding years, they're looking to get back to their glory where they were in 2017 when they were playing in the state championship game, and that's a very realistic goal this year.
Yeah, both of these teams feel like this is their year. So, tonight what you're going to see, I think this will be a very, very tough defensive game. But, boy, there's some scores on this on both of these teams as well. With Guerin has some great scores with McNamara with 11, Jennings with 10, and so on and so on. So, very interesting contest tonight. We'll see what happens with Zionsville tonight and Guerin Catholic. I'm excited.
Good. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. The girls are excited. First game of the year. And if you're going to look at Guerin Catholic's slate, you just talked about it, but if you're going to begin the season, might as well start with Zionsville and Carmel, two of the more iconic girls programs in the state.
Well, if I remember correctly, with the notes I have, Carmel, I think, is ranked number 1 in the state in girls soccer, if I have that right. Is that correct?
Two.
Okay.
Defending champion Noblesville has them edged, but that's very close for either of them. But the point, in Class 3A in girls soccer, there's a ton of tremendous talent, and a lot of those schools are populating these schedules.
Yeah, and you look at the season, especially what the time of year we have with the virus going on, and you just don't know if you're going to play today. If you end up playing tomorrow, you may not play. You may play today, and you may not play again for another 14 days with the situation that's going on. So you got to be very careful, and you got to be aggressive, and you got to get every single win that counts.
Yeah, we're talking to a couple of the captains before the game. That was a point that they underscored. For Zionsville, Sophie Brown, she was talking just that, where each one of these games you don't know how many of these you're going to get per se, so you want to capitalize on each game, each practice. That sentiment was echoed by one of Guerin's goalkeepers, Olivia Labus. Same thing, is if we should all realize, she said that this was a Twitter quote earlier this season. She said, we should all realize how much sports really means to us and never take for granted another practice or a game, and especially going into this year, you wanted to capitalize on every opportunity.
And not only soccer, but, you look at volleyball. Last night I saw the number 1 team in volleyball against Heritage Christian, played a very tough game against Franklin Central, beat them in 3. Really strong team. They have that same attitude. Boys soccer played last night as well. So very interesting how everybody has this concept, and it starts with every single fall sport. The only one decent probably maybe is girls golf, as they can distance a little bit more than any other sport that we play in the fall.
Anyway, looking at this fall sports season, pretty busy one for Indiana SRN.
Indiana SRN, we have a few games, only 116 on the schedule for the fall. So tomorrow night, we have 2 big volleyball games for you. Covenant Christian opens up their season against Indianapolis Genesis. Heritage Christian travels down to Mount Vernon. Folks, if you cannot make it to Mount Vernon because of the ticket sales, you got to tune into this game. These are 2 power teams. These are teams that do not like each other and will play to the best of their ability. but I'll take a bold statement. Heritage will win in 4. How about that?
There you go.
On Friday night, we have football for you. We have McCutcheon and Guerin Catholic. We have Jennings County and Catholic Christian, Roncalli at Southport. 2 cancellations. Traders Point's game has been canceled, and Heritage Christian game has been canceled. So we have 3 games for you, and also Frontier taking on Attica. Attica in 1A football, very, very good. Frontier looking for another bounce-back season with their season. And then Saturday, we're right back here at Guerin Catholic as Garmo takes on Guerin Catholic for soccer. So should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this has got to be a lot of fun for you, just seeing how the network's grown over the last couple of years. We got 4 webcast capabilities. We're broadcasting in a studio right now.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. You know, you dream about what you could do, and all of a sudden you turn around and God opens up doors. And the studios are not completely finished. It's a little rough, but within 2 weeks we'll have carpet. We'll have all kinds of stuff, and we want to thank some of our sponsors to help us with that, and the schools. Everything that we throw back goes right back into making the quality that we have for the kids, because it's all about the kids. We want to see them on TV, and we want to hear them on radio, and that's what we do, and that's our bottom line for Indiana SRN.
So your name on here, nicknamed the coach.
Yes.
If you're the coach getting ready for a brand new season, regardless of the sport even, what's going to be your message to these new players, to this team and both of these teams here, further developing the scenario? Both of these are very experienced teams. So you're looking at these juniors, seniors for the most part. What are you trying to communicate to them?
Communicate to my seniors first. They need to be leaders. If they're not playing, they have to be on the bench. They have to cheer the younger players on, and they have to teach the younger players how to play this game. And you don't bellyache. If you're going to bellyache, I don't need you. I need you to be a team leader, and seniors are good at that. Because late in the year, Jonathan, as you know, seniors come off the bench and do some crazy stuff because they don't want to take off their uniform for that last game. For the young kids, just let the game come to you. Don't let the surroundings or anything drive you kind of crazy. Just let the game play onto you.
If you look at the 2 coaches for this matchup, there's a very different level in experience. Ramon Aguilan, he's been coaching at Zionsville, I'll put it this way, since I was at Zionsville. I don't want to date myself, but he's looking for, if he wins tonight, it'll be his 97th career win at Zionsville. And
That's
then
incredible.
For Guerin Catholic, Sean Yao, his very first game at Guerin Catholic, he was an assistant coach under Jonathan McClure. McClure took Guerin to their most recent state final. But Sean Yao, who also coached at Hoosier FC, his very first game is this one you're about to watch.
Yeah, but the cool thing about both of these coaches, Jonathan, they love the Twitter, and every single tweet we had, they retweeted it, so they're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun game.
It will. Zionsville, Guerin Catholic. Guerin Catholic expected to rise in the rankings, starting at 17. I remember when you first heard about that, you were a little surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought they were one of the top 4 teams in the state of, to be honest with you. So, you look at this, and this is sectional. This is a sectional opponent as well. So you're going to have tape. You're going to have film on all of this going on, which is very, very important. I like the huddles. Maybe they're not as far, not as close as they have been, but it's pretty cool. The enthusiasm is definitely there.
It is the Zionsville starting lineup, very senior laden. They also feature in the youngest player on the field. We'll get to her. Here are the Eagles, starting from the defense, working our way up. In goal, Adlin Busald. The center backs, very experienced. Number 30, Sophie Brown. Number 27, Lily Robinson. They almost have a symbiotic relationship with each other on the pitch. The left back, Bryce Biediger. And the right back, Sarada Subramanian. She is one of the juniors in the lineup. The defensive midfielder, Katie Chatwick. Right center mids, Sydney Calesto, Madison Barrientos. The left and right wings, forwards, Abigail Eiler and Mackenzie Turner. Both of them are huge goal-scoring threats, but don't discredit Sadie Graham. She has 10 goals to her credit in her career.
Eiler is probably the key in that. She's the leading scorer. She's probably going to be aggressive. And watch Turner tonight. Turner could be a factor as well.
And that is a big theme for Zionsville, working with the wingers. They're first giving their shot to Callisto, Barrientos, and Chatwick to see who's going to be able to set them up. But they're going to be if Zionsville's going to be a threat tonight, which they should be, then Eiler and Turner are supposed to have a good game. Guerin's starting lineup. Another senior-laden team, only one sophomore on the roster. Bailey Capella in goal, the center backs, Claire Sawyer, one of the captains for Guerin Catholic, and Gentry Gerhardt. The left back, Shaylin Hussey, and Haley Abel on the right side. The center mids, Evelyn Bassard, who is one of the captains. She was one of the 2 players on the current roster who played in the 2017 state championship game. Ava Schlichty, Caroline Quinn. The wings, Emerson Jennings, Quincy McMahon, both wing units very dangerous in this game for Zionsville and Guerin Catholic. And then Katie Koger, who had a phenomenal freshman year. She has 8 goals to her credit.
Should be a fun game and contest, and the officials are waiting for their and.
Send your blessing upon all of these athletes who are your beloved children. Protect them from injury and equip them with such virtue, courage, perseverance, from excessive pride that lead us to authentic humility and sincere gratitude. We compete for your glory, Lord, not our own. We also pray for our coaches that they might give Christian witness to their players and opponents in all they say and do. Just as these athletes compete for victory, assist all of us gathered here as we pursue with that same vigor the eternal goal of union with you in your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. St. Theodore Guerin.
Stop there for the prayer, and we thank for that prayer. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Guerin Catholic Soccer.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Welcome back, folks. The starting line is being read after the anthem. If you couldn't tell, Guerin's the one in purple and yellow, and Zionsville's in white and green.
You know, this is how important this game is. The boys' soccer, you look up at the hill, that's the boys' soccer team up there. You don't think they're watching their girls play, and vice versa, I'm sure, last night. The thing, and then, of course, you got the football field over there. We'll be very, very busy on Friday night. Which they will play McCutcheon. We have that game for you on Indiana SRN. You're pretty busy this week.
I'm looking forward to it. I hope to be as busy as possible, and hopefully we'll have a great game here. That little berm that's a nice little opportunity for Guerin to be able to get some extra people in, spread them out on the hill, soak in some soccer, catch some sun.
Maybe get a pizza or two and eat up there and have a good time.
Indeed. Guerin Catholic, Zionsville, two teams looking to have a return to glory of sorts, or at least an entrance into glory. Guerin and Zionsville have both not won a state championship in girls soccer yet, although they've played for it. Zionsville went to the state championship game in 2005. Guerin Catholic has been there twice. They've won semi-state 2 times, back in 2010 and 2017. They both, a similarity between these two teams, besides that one, they both utilized Zoom quite frequently for team building exercises, both communicating. Guerin had workouts over Zoom, which was led by the seniors, and that was organized before school went down for back in the winter time. But school's back up, 40 minutes are on the scoreboard, and we wait for Sadie Graham to begin this game.
I kind of like that, and we're off and running. Zionsville having ball.
Not for long. Guerin Catholic immediately jumping on it, working it into the box, trying to get off to the near side. Nothing doing quite yet. And Zionsville's defense, one of the strengths of that team, all 5 in the back end are returning from last year. Zionsville's first real opportunity. Into the box, first chance here, and this one is swept away. Here's McMahon. Quincy McMahon, one of the more accomplished players in the state. She's played for Team USA on the U20 level. She's returned to Indiana from a brief stay in Colorado, and she took it into the box, but it'll be a goal kick for Zionsville.
You got to like the aggressive play for both of these teams offensively. Both shot on goal early in the game, and you got to like the aggressive play. Jonathan, a question, Jonathan. As we may have some new people. The 40 minutes, do you just go all out, all 40, or do you pace yourself? I'm sure you got to pace yourself.
It depends. It depends. We saw in the men's game, Guerin, they went all out the entire time, or at least tried to. Koger has it in the offensive end, now has to back it away, calming things down for the moment. Not too many opportunities just yet, still extremely early on. We have not yet just played 2 minutes, or we have yet to play 2 minutes in this one. Koger feeds it over. McMahon. Into the box, and that one's swept away.
Mm-hmm.
From the far side, working it in. Koger will try again. Quincy chips it up, but no one's there. I have to run down to the far side. Maybe Guerin can just reverse it, have better luck from the left.
Nice header.
Able for the throw-in. McMahon double-teamed immediately. Pressured out of play. It'll be another throw-in for Guerin.
You think they have a scouting report on her?
I think they're kind of doing the little pincer movement,
yeah.
It looks like. Just get someone in front, someone behind, and then try to wedge her in. But this is leaving opportunities for Guerin. If 2 are guarding 1, then someone will be open.
And the key is to find that opening.
Oh, most definitely. And we'll see what the Golden Eagles are able to do as, again, this entire first 3.5 minutes of this game has been played inside Zionsville's back end.
It's almost reminiscent of the boys' game last night as the boys dominated Ritter last night and kept the ball on their end most of the game, Jonathan.
They did. That was a phenomenal performance by Guerin Catholic last night. They really pulled away in the second half, winning 7-0. Zebra Benayan lobs it in, finds one of her teammates, and now here's the turnaround. Can Zionsville get a breakaway? A little trip up, no call from the referee, and it's play on.
I like that play.
Sawyer feeds it over to Bistard. So a lot of contact. You know, soccer has its contact moments. They'll be fed back to Capella.
Midfield. Oh, there we go.
And there's the first foul of the game. It'll go against Guerin.
If you're new to soccer, just like most of us on the SRN crew, and you have a question, you can follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Instant messages. We'll be happy to give you a shout out and say hello. And if you have some questions, I'll give it to the czar, and he'll be able to answer the question for you. You would be the czar.
Opportunity for Zionsville averted by the Guerin defense, who has been quite resolute. And here's another counterattack for the Golden Eagles.
Got numbers.
That they do, leading it up ahead, but just too long. And
wow. Corner kick.
It'll be the first corner for Guerin Catholic of this game. That was an area that the boys team excelled at last night, being able to, they had a commanding advantage in shots and in corners. We'll see what Haley Abel, the junior, with 2 goals to her credit in her career. We'll see what she's able to do with this first opportunity.
Oh, there it is.
Drives it in, but nothing doing.
Another corner kick. Looks like we have a nice little crowd on hand, Jonathan, from the shot.
Yeah, it definitely does. They're able to, again, with that little berm, you can spread people around, but a lot of people are able to check this one out in person, and Aiden Busald will have the goal kick. Koger.
I like the pink cleats.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of flexibility. Second corner of the game coming up for Guerin Catholic. Staring into the sun, waiting for her moment. And maybe the first goal of the year for Guerin Catholic. Sent in, off the head, bounded away. Busald came out of her box, but it would no harm, no foul. Guerin Catholic maintains the possession for the moment.
Ooh. Plays right through it.
Abel's been involved in a little bit of everything here on the near side. Abel. McMahon trapped. This one sent high into the midfield where Guerin's able to maintain control. Here's Sawyer. Coming up, McMahon.
They just collapse so much on her, Jonathan.
They do, not giving her any room.
Nope.
And what's interesting, she played a lot of defense for when she had her time at Team USA.
Yeah.
She likes to be on the offensive side here. A little hip check, and there's the first whistle against Zionsville.
So, Jonathan, when you're putting pressure on your opponent like that, and everybody just collapse on the best 2 or 3 players to make someone else make a play, is that exactly the strategy as a coach?
Well, it's working for the moment. I mean, if you're going to sell out on not letting the two or McMahon beat you, then that's what you're working on. Free kick for Guerin. Sent in, right on goal, but off center. And it'll be a goal kick for Busald.
Kept it in.
Yeah, Guerin maintaining possession yet again. McMahon working it towards midfield. Plays it aside, and that one's chipped away. But the threat not over yet for Zionsville. Guerin still pressing. We've almost played 10 scoreless minutes in this one, and first soccer broadcast, Keith. The impression so far, Guerin's been the aggressor at this point.
Yeah, and eventually, it's almost like a prize fight here. You're wearing out your opponent because they have to play aggressively defense and might just be able to wear yourself out. But long game, a lot of game left here. You are watching Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN. It's the soccer game of Guerin Catholic versus Zionsville. Top 20 girls soccer game early in the season.
Yeah, and this is going to be a trend for both of these two teams playing ranked opponents. They have a lot of them on their schedule. Of Zionsville's games, 12 of them, a whole even dozen are currently ranked in the preseason poll. So they're going to be testing themselves. Guerin comes out of the gate with a couple toughies.
Yeah, and then they play in the Circle City Classic. They're all those Circle City Classic teams with Heritage, Babuff, Covet, Roncalli, and Chittard.
Throw in for Zionsville. And slowly but surely, Keith, they're working it up the sideline. Biediger with another throw in.
See what they have here.
And if you can't do it on pace, then you might as well just inch your way up. And they're still going.
They're going to be in the box soon.
Turner couldn't handle that one just yet, but another throw in for Zionsville. And while Guerin's been doing it more aggressively, or Zionsville doing it more deliberately, but it's working for him. Poked away by the Guerin defense momentarily. Still a chance here.
Oh.
The captain slides. And Guerin Catholic might be able to turn this away on the counterattack. That one pushed away momentarily. Abel looking to throw it in. Some contact between the two players. Looking for the foul is Mackenzie Turner, and she's going to get it.
Late.
And then bump it down like 3 bumps. If you can do that real quick.
Zionsville looking for another opportunity. And it turns into a chance for Guerin yet again. Koger down the right side. Pressed from behind, cut off in front. And the Zionsville defense, that back wall, it's a strength of this team. And a little chippy here in the early going, but it'll be a throw in for Guerin.
I like aggressive play, don't you?
I do too.
That's like highlighted orange, and then on the left side, click it.
Abel,
down
this one
3
headed
times on the
quickly away
arrow.
by the Zionsville defense.
That makes sense. You get to function. You get to function, and then you click white bounce, the second one on the left side.
Gerhardt played it on.
And then, just wait. I'll figure out what you need to do. Just keep filming.
This will be a throw in for Guerin.
Mm-hmm. 26 minutes left in the first half.
The first 14 minutes of this season for both of these teams.
And
Busald scoops it up just in front of Koger.
And a lot of people are watching this game tonight too, because a lot of people are off tonight, so it could be very interesting. You had a lot of people waiting to come on when we came on the air live.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. We're happy to have you here. Not only in Indiana SRN, but specifically in this case, Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN. An entry shot, but the pass couldn't be chipped in. Again, that back wall of Biediger, Brown, Robinson, Super Benayan. Everyone for Zionsville so thorough and so stout on the back end of that defense. They haven't been able to turn it into too many offensive opportunities quite yet, but Guerin Catholic, undaunted, they haven't been able to capitalize on their chances. Gentry sent one Eagle to the ground. And this one is swiped away by Sawyer.
Okay.
24 minutes coming up left to play here in this first half. It'll be Hussey.
Did you get the switch flip to in off of auto?
Graham shadows her. She sends it over them all. And don't worry, folks, coming right back at you. Zionsville trying to get something going, and much to do about nothing. Abel plucks it away.
Click the second one, white balance on the left side. Then click K. And then what number do you see?
Oh, hit the
Nice
post.
drive from the side, and this one will be sent over the goal and out of play. One of the rare shots in this game. Similar results. Everyone has ended up in the arms of Edlin Busald.
Okay. Just go back. That should be fine for now. Is that better? Down more.
Guerin plucks it away right from him. Jennings from the far side, and it'll be a corner, I believe, for Guerin. At least a throw in very deep into the corner.
Substitution for Guerin Catholic. Entering the pitch, number 22, Alyssa Ferry.
Got a substitution.
And as you heard, Alyssa Ferry, with her 6 career goals, subs in. She'll be the one with the marksman.
Maybe that's what they need to do, just maybe get some guys off the bench, kind of spark the offense.
I'll see. They need to be able to capitalize. They've had the opportunities. 0-0. About halfway through this first half. Quincy McMahon, every time she's touched it, she's been swarmed by Zionsville defenders. And Emerson Jennings has been held mostly quiet. Another chance, Koger. But no one there. Slight miscommunication by the Golden Eagles. It'll be another goal kick for Zionsville.
And is that what you try to do, Jonathan, again, with new to this game? If you don't have something, just kick it out and make sure that there's no threat for a turnover at that point?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to give someone the opportunity to counterattack, but so it's better just if one of the things is going to happen, you don't want to have someone having the breakaway, so it's better to let them do the goal kick. But we'll see if Guerin can pluck it away, as they do. She's going to get it back. McMahon, 1-on-1 for the moment. Winds it up. Takes the shot, saved by Busald. Still not out of it. And the first goal of the game netted by Guerin.
At the 20:52 mark.
Or was it? Still 0-0.
Wow.
Optical illusion.
It must have hit the back of the net there.
And so we play on.
Fooled us all, didn't it? I think it fooled some people in the stands.
It looked choicey. How about this time? Nope. Quickly denied by Lily Robinson. 20 minutes to play. Koger. Gentry trying to reverse the field, and Guerin will. Played up to Abel, or played up to Hussey, as it were. And now here's the drive, fed forward by Bastard. McMahon, right at Bustled. When she gets around on one, Keith, it sizzles.
Yeah, you could tell the goaltender, nice save, rebounded, no one there to answer the rebound, but very impressive shot on goal. Third one on the night.
Several subs into this one. Similar result as Koger had it into the box on the baseline, but this will be another throw-in.
You know, it's a beautiful night in Indianapolis. 75 degrees at kickoff. Sunny. Going to get down to about 62 late tonight, but by the time we get done tonight, it's going to be around 70 degrees. It's going to be great weather for a fall sport like this.
Fed in, Busald. Easy for her. That one, unlike the last couple she's faced, able to gobble it up quite simply. Her counterpart, Bailey Capella, hasn't had to do too much so far tonight. Everything's been playing on the right side of your screen, at least for the moment. Suburban feeds it back. Now it's swept over. Chadwick works it over to the right side. All the way up the far side of the pitch and out of play and into the fence. It'll be a goal kick for Guerin.
Coming on for Zionsville, number 16, Sylvie Morgan.
Oh, almost plucked away immediately. Still on the attack is Johnson in for Zionsville. Carly Johnson, one of the sophomores.
Well, that's a mistake you don't want to. Fortunately, it didn't hurt you.
And we'll see. Guerin's still not in a very optimal position, but now here is McMahon.
Look at the speed.
And Zionsville getting back on defense. McMahon trying to wind it up, and this one blocked down by one of the defenders. Here's Sawyer. Able to her right. She plays it back to Gentry. And this one will just be escorted out of play by Biediger. But a throw in for Guerin. 15.5 to play. Or at least she thought it was a throw in for Guerin.
You know, you pick up the ball, you make the official tell you, no, it's not you.
Yeah,
I like it.
First
I like that.
I
like that aggressive play. As we're going to be approaching 15-minute mark, Jonathan, 0-0.
Free kick for Zionsville. This one sent on and working that far sideline. And that's on from the layout of that stadium, from the layout of the soccer pitch, the multi-sport layout here at Guerin. Everyone on the far side of the field, including the benches, are looking right into the sun, the setting sun. And it looks to be a corner for Zionsville. And here they go. If you want to break a 0-0 tie, getting a corner is one of the best ways to do it.
You can even see the officials having a hard time with the sun.
It'll be Humphreys.
Oh, missed the ball completely.
Plays it back, and here's an opportunity for Guerin now. How many did they leave back? Just 2. Zionsville is able to counter for the moment, leaving it ahead for Koger and deflected away. The Zionsville defenders on point and just stymied what was a golden opportunity for Guerin. That, even with the sharp shots on goal earlier, but if you have a 4-on-2 breakaway, that you don't get too many of those opportunities, and Zionsville's defense able to react to it.
And the neat thing about that is they've realized they had to go back and hustle, and they went all out and did a 40-yard sprint.
Able to throw in. And throwing for Zionsville.
Saturday, Guerin Catholic takes on Carmel. 5 o'clock start. We'll be on the air at 4:45. I do believe it's me and you again on Saturday.
Yeah, I do too.
Looking forward to that.
We're inside 13 minutes here in this first half.
Take a look at our Indiana SRN calendar. We have doubleheader volleyball for you tomorrow night. Indianapolis Genesis taking on Covenant Christian, and Mount Vernon and Heritage Christian. Number 1 Heritage Christian in 2A. Could be a very interesting contest.
Abel will send it in. Not able to get too much on it. Abel tripped up down the sideline by Robinson, and we will play on. Down goes Sylvie Morgan, but up with it comes Zionsville. It's Humphreys for the moment, feeds it ahead. Here could be the chance for Zionsville. Working the near side. Graham feeds it into the middle of the box. Looking for that outside. A drive, but it's a worm burner bounded easily to Capella. Freeze. Caitlin, one of the players on this team who was on the 2017 team. There are a few of the seniors who played as freshmen on that last team for Guerin who went to a state championship. There are 6 of them.
They want to get back there, and both of these teams really think this could be their year. So, sectional opponents, Jonathan, so you know how tough that sectional is going to be.
Hey, it's loaded in 3A. There's tip-top competition you'll be facing. Substitutes are what's delaying us here with 11 minutes to play, 0-0 still. Abel sends it in.
Got turned around.
One-on-one, poked away.
Nice defense. Both teams playing very, very well. Both teams being tested. But I would give the advantage here to Guerin Catholic. They've been a little bit more aggressive and had the ball more on their side of the field this first half.
Well, they have. They've definitely maintained. They're winning the possession battle. By check, a foul against Guerin. Free kick for Zionsville. See if they can get an opportunity here in the last quarter of this opening half. And as it turns, a chance for Guerin if they can get something going. They have been the aggressor for almost all of this, and no points to show for it, no goals just yet. And last year, both of these teams averaged. They were in a lot of close-scoring games, and that's what happens oftentimes. You're playing top competition. Freeze. This one's out of play. Both of them won it. And a disagreement by these two schools that are not that far apart distance-wise, and it'll be Humphreys and Zionsville will get the throw-in. But last year, Zionsville averaged 1.7 goals per game. Guerin a little bit better, 1.9, and that's both. And when you look at the goals allowed, Zionsville allowed 1.4, Guerin 1.7. So a lot of close scoring games is what that means. It's a close scoring one here. Quincy McMahon from behind. Can she run it down? Bussauld says no.
You know, last year this game was 2-1. Guerin.
Yeah, it was an Ava Schlichty game winner at 4 minutes to play that did it. And all the goal scorers in that game are playing today. Sylvie Morgan for Zionsville, Schlichty and Emerson Jennings for Guerin. Another chance here for the Golden Eagles. We're going to full stride. Freeze is to her right, but is dribbled away. Guerin maintains possession. And it seems almost every time Guerin has one of those opportunities and the Zionsville defender just pops up. McMahon coming all the way back in the defensive third to play this one forward. Here's what's coming up, folks. A lot of football action coming up on Friday. That one's on the radio. You can tune in.
I tell you what, that one's going to be an excellent game. Mount Vernon playing very, very well. Semi-state last year. That will be a classic too.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. Humphreys waits on it. Abel pounces. Chance for Guerin. Can she wind it up? Time it in time.
Oh.
No, deflected just away. That one's off the shin. You can see stung a little bit. Bussauld comes away with it.
Gotta like the goalie is playing very, very well.
Well, she's stopped. Yeah, she's had to stop everything, and she's been busy. This one will just be played back by Sawyer. I like that the fans urging him on. Guerin playing deliberately, trying to seek their opportunities.
Right.
That one just outside of Emerson Jennings.
Under 5.
It'll be a throw-in for Guerin. Jennings wasting no time.
And that's what you want to do. You want to put the ball in play as quickly as possible, correct, Jonathan?
Yeah. That's quite important, especially if you want to catch the defense napping. Things will slow here, though. Just 4:20 to play for a new array of subs coming into the game.
Re-entering for Guerin Catholic, number 3, Caroline Quinn, and number 25, Katie Koger.
And now we can play on. Haley Abel sends it in. And this will be to the derision of the fans who are hoping things to be going on briskly. It's the game is stalled for the moment here in the midfield.
Mm-hmm. Oh, opening.
A chance for Zionsville. Played ahead, and coming out with it is Capella.
Did a nice job of covering that ball, making sure that nothing was going to fall.
Wow.
3 minutes to play.
Whenever you have to go across the field to find something, always pull out, just so you're not kind of flying around looking for it.
They got numbers.
They do. Koger out ahead of the crowd. Tries to chip it back in play and can't. She had to catch herself on the fence.
If you're both coaches, you got to be pleased with what you came up with today. Maybe not as aggressive as you would want it to be.
The strengths have been realized. Guerin, strong on the attack. Haven't been able to score yet, but they've maintained possession. Zionsville strong on the on defense. They haven't allowed anything. So you have both of those been working out. But as a result, just a stalemate on the scoreboard as we go inside 2 minutes to play. Maybe that'll change here. Guerin having a chance now. And the true play continues as we go to our final 90 seconds. Reversing the field over to Abel. Coming up from behind was one of the Zionsville defenders. And now a counterattack maybe for Zionsville. And there's the whistle.
A little late tonight, isn't he? Just a tad.
He's soaking it all in.
Got a final JV score for you, pass along. Noblesville Millers beat Mount Vernon 2-0 in volleyball.
That's exciting. 30 seconds to play. That's just wide. Almost from midfield. 25 seconds. I don't think Zionsville's in no rush to do anything here. They're coming in the final 10 seconds. Just don't want to concede anything, and that's going to be successful. We will head into halftime where we started. 0-0 on the scoreboard. There will be 40 minutes to play when we come to the second half. Guerin was much more proficient on the offensive side. They maintained possession. Zionsville did not give up anything. And you are watching Golden Eagle TV powered by Indiana SRN. 0-0. We'll do it again in the second half.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
I'm Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to think about the knowledge in order to make a difference in the world. Whether you need a little extra help or you're ready to be challenged with an international baccalaureate diploma or anything in between, there is a place for you at Guerin Catholic. But we're not just about academics around here. At Guerin Catholic, we are well-rounded. There are so many ways for you to get involved. Obviously, we have sports. We have 21 athletic teams, including swimming. And if you don't play a sport, we're all about supporting those that do. Our student sections are so much fun. We are spirited. And we also have 43 clubs. So if you don't see anything you like, you can start another one. We also have band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We are involved. At Guerin Catholic, there are so many ways for you to discover and use the gifts that God has given you. We are creative. Getting involved in these activities is not just about having fun. It's also about developing skills that help you become a great leader and providing opportunities for you to lead. At Guerin Catholic, we are leaders. Another great way for you to grow as a leader is through service opportunities. There are so many ways for you to share your gifts with others. Mother Guerin says, you will be happy yourself in making others happy. That's what service is all about. By connecting to local organizations or through mission trips, you'll have plenty of opportunities to serve. At Guerin Catholic, we are compassionate. There are so many opportunities to travel at Guerin Catholic, from mission trips to Costa Rica to performing in New York City. We are explorers. You will find the Guerin Catholic community all around the world, working, singing, and learning, all to get closer to Christ. Here we are at our chapel. This is where I leave you. But as you think about your future, I'll give you one last piece of advice from Mother Guerin. Do not give way to uneasiness about the future. Place yourself gently into the hands of Providence.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media, online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Welcome back, folks. As you see, about just under 2 minutes to go here at halftime. Zionsville Guerin at Guerin Catholic. No score yet, Keith.
Nope, no score yet. We have an update score for you, though. Morovia, the Bulldogs, beat Owen Valley 1-0 this afternoon in Morovia, girls varsity soccer. Let's take a look at the upcoming games at Indiana SRN on Friday night.
What's coming up?
The games begin at 6:45. Couple starts, late starts has been added. The Guerin Catholic game out is a 7:30 start. Because of McCutcheon's travel. The Jennings County Covenant Christian game at 6:45. Pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Roncalli Southport. That is a always good rival. 6:45 pregame with
the
Steve
Southsiders.
Yep, Steve McClure joins the network for that one. And, of course, we mentioned the McCutcheon-Guerin Catholic game. St. Joseph and Heritage Christian, that game was postponed. And, of course, Saturday we have soccer for you and a couple more radio broadcasts. Anderson Prep, Frontier taking on Attica, and Mount Vernon at Noblesville. So that's our lineup for you for Saturday and a Friday night on Indiana SRN. Check out our website. All the games are listed there. A lot of soccer games, volleyball games for you next week, as well as we are doing a grand job of keeping high school sports on the focus in Central Indiana. If you'd like to be a sponsor of Indiana SRN, send us an email at coach@indianasrn.org.
And that would be you. They'd be sending it right to you.
That would be me.
You folks could send an email exactly straight to the coach himself.
Yeah.
He could read it on air. He probably wouldn't, but he could.
And if you have questions and comments about our game, please let us know. Good or bad, we'll take it all. We want to improve, so let us know. But, when you have the voice of soccer on your roster, I mean, it's really kind of tough.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can build on that first half. 40 minutes on the clock. Katie Koger will do the honors.
Sun is setting a little bit, Jonathan.
I got the long shadows. Koger, a multi-sport athlete. Plays basketball, too, and we'll see what the Golden Eagles are able to summon here as we begin the second half. And it kind of begins the opposite of how the first half was with it's Zionsville, who was able to intercept that first one just immediately. But working on that far side, it will be Sawyer. All the way out to the boundary. Claire gets it back. And now we ping-pong back and forth a little bit. You would think from that first half you'd have a pretty good read on these two teams. That's Eiler giving chase for Zionsville. But at the beginning of this second half, or at least this first minute or so, a little tentative play just trying to feel each other out as Hussey will try to push up the sideline, plucked away by Callisto.
Oh.
Abigail Eiler getting into the mix. Eiler, a phenomenal season last year. She's been described by her coach as a lot of good adjectives that you'd like to be described. She's a game changer. She creates so many problems with her speed, a gamer, a competitor, and this one more decorated. She was second team All-State last year as a striker for Zionsville.
That means you're a very good player.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We'll see what the Eagles can do. But it's the Golden Eagle defense holding up for the moment. Callisto sends it in, but it's deflected away. Oh, and there's some nice contact.
No call.
You got the groans from the bleachers, the groans from coach. Zionsville plays on, looking to get their first strike. Nothing doing for the moment, winding it up and missing wide to the side. Was Graham.
They are definitely letting him play a little bit of aggressiveness there.
Yeah, that's something, in soccer. You don't have the pads, but there is more contact than the layman would assume. And Zionsville maintaining possession so far here. Emerson Jennings. Working from the middle. Cut off for the moment by Robinson, but is pushed wide. McMahon now will try. Sends it in. Koger caught her leaning the wrong way, and it was also just in front of Caroline Quinn.
Stoppage play.
A free kick coming up for, I believe, will be in favor of Guerin Catholic. Correction. In favor of Zionsville. I had a 50-50 chance there, Keith, and I went wrong.
That's okay. I'm keeping count.
Thanks, Will. It'll be the first score on the scoreboard today. Working on the far side was able, but she wasn't able to get much going for it. Not out of the woods yet. Bestard feeds
Nice.
it in. She typically plays, she's been playing defensive midfield so far today, but she likes the midfield. You can control the action, set up your teammates. One of the reasons she likes it so much. And she models that captain's role quite well. She is one of the leaders among those seniors in organizing the various team building and exercises over not only the summer but the winter as well. And McMahon tumbles down. She wanted a whistle and gets it. Playing on, Bestard. Feeds it over to Hussey.
Using the official as a screen there, didn't they?
Yeah, smart move by another senior, Caroline Quinn.
Yeah, I like that. Got the time.
Chance here for Guerin. Fed in front off the heel of the Zionsville defender. And Zionsville out of the threat for the moment, and they could turn this into an offensive. Chipped out by Graham, but running it down is Sawyer for Guerin Catholic, and she'll just see it go out of play for a Golden Eagle throw-in. She'll waste no time. Koger again in the middle of the pitch. Sent in. Over Koger. A little long. Giving chase, turning it around, and then having to play it back out. And that's kind of been a subtle theme so far in this one, as Hussey will control. There's been opportunities for Guerin, but as Schlichty tries to play it on, sometimes they've just had to double it out, and then nothing comes of it, even if they're being more deliberate. One of the spectator wants one. Can Eiler deliver?
She got numbers.
Taking it the whole way by herself. Still has it. Here's a shot, and easily fielded by Capella.
Pretty impressive. No one stopped the ball.
You know, that's what happened. You got an all-state player. It could be tough to. You have to make them stop. They're not just going to give it to you.
That's true.
Sawyer will stop this one before it goes out of play, and we will continue. About 6 minutes into this one, at least into the second half, and still 0-0. In this matchup featuring strength on strength, Zionsville returning all 5 of their backline defenders, including their goalie, and that has kept Guerin's what could be an explosive offense held in check, even though Guerin has controlled the time of possession so far in this match. And at least for the moment. Turner sends it in. Eiler was there, but Capella was closer. A little turnover here at midfield. Can Guerin turn this into something? Schlichty. She struck gold against Zionsville before and cutting this one off at the pass was Sophie Brown. And now on the other end. Ooh. Here's Hussey. Jennings. It was she and Schlichty who scored against Zionsville last year. Schlichty with the game winner. Emerson Jennings was the one who drew blood first. Koger's in the box. Plucked away by Busold.
And this seems like it's going to be whoever scores first.
Yeah, it
may
might
be
just
the only
be the
game.
one.
Yeah.
This is you can see this, and that can favor if you're a deliberate team like Zionsville. You don't have to. You just need one strong counterattack, and they have the wingers to do it in both Eiler and Turner. We'll see if they get an opportunity here. Barrientos.
Very good top 20
Or
game.
Callisto, rather.
Top 20 game with both these teams ranked in the top 20. Both of them 20 and want to improve on that ranking.
That's through forward, but that was swept away by Brown. There's the classic sweeper roll.
Yeah.
We were talking off camera.
Off the air, yep.
That's a classic sweeper.
While we have this time, we want to thank both athletic directors, Greg Shellhouse from Zionsville, and of course,
Hold on, Keith McMahon into the box. She's got time, shoots, and scores! Quincy McMahon, her 12th goal of the year of her career at Guerin Catholic. It's been a little bit disjointed with her leaving for Colorado, but she comes back her first game back in purple and gold, and Quincy McMahon has scored, giving Guerin the 1-0 lead.
Here's the replay. Great pass here.
Her first of the season.
That was Koger turning it around.
Boy, they just left her wide open, didn't they? Filled the gap. Nice job.
We were saying if you're going to have a low-scoring game, we were speaking in Zionsville's favor. If low-scoring game, you just got to have one. But if you have the volume just continuing, attacking, it can eventually break down, and it worked in Guerin Catholic's favor there. Alyssa Ferry now working midfield. Can Guerin get another? You'd feel that you can see the urgency now in Zionsville. They're a lot more frenetic.
Right, because if you're Guerin, you get another one. I think you pretty much seal the deal, don't you think, with the defense that they have been playing. But, anything can happen with 30 minutes to play.
Yeah, but Zionsville getting that equalizer, ever so important. And for Guerin, here's Ferry from the middle of the pitch. Getting a second could be devastating to the Zionsville Lady Eagles. This one deflected out of play. It'll be a corner for Guerin Catholic. Into this game's final half hour. Pouncing on it immediately was Lily Robinson. She wasn't going to let Guerin do anything fancy. The Golden Eagles do have the throw-in. The Eagles trying to deny any opportunity here. And Guerin will maintain possession. This has been a problem for Zionsville. It was a problem in the first half, but they were able to get away from it. But if you can't win any possessions, what are you going to do?
Yeah, you get a little frustrated here as the kick down the field.
Giving chase from behind was Eiler. Oh. And this one, Capella able to handle it.
Want to say hello to Matt Lang, who's listening in Florida.
Oh, the Sunshine State.
Matt used to be the athletic director here at Guerin Catholic and tuning in tonight. Hello, Matt. Hello to your lovely wife and your new baby boy. Speaking of baby boy, formerly a baby boy, Zionsville's athletic director Greg Shellhouse had his birthday boy. It was yesterday. Oh, there you go. And, of course, a big thank you to Ryan Davis as well today for helping us out, Jonathan. I know both of those ADs and the coaches did a nice job helping you with your.
That they did. Here's a little tussle. McMahon making it obvious.
The little fall down is great, but when you pop back up and you ask the official, please.
Just making sure. Gentry Gerhardt will do the honors on this free kick.
When do you start feeling pressure here if you're Zionsville?
I think they already are. I mean, they need to get. They need to be able to maintain some possession. Guerin hasn't let them, but I think you can already see some of the frustration, especially when the scoreboard changed. From Zionsville's perspective, you can ill afford to give up another. Guerin, that would be crucial, almost to put Zionsville away as we're coming up with inside 27.5 minutes to go. It's getting late, not only in the sky but on the pitch for the Zionsville Eagles, and maybe here No, and now I look at this. The Zionsville player looking for the referee's whistle. This time to no avail. Sent forward, headed back. And the ping pong battle takes place at midfield. Between two players was Bestard. It was Evie Bestard and Quincy McMahon were the two players on this roster who started and played in the 2017 state championship game that Guerin came up just short in. Both of them wanting to end their careers on a much happier note than their freshman years began, which was oh so close. Morgan feeds up the side, but it's way out in front of Mackenzie Turner.
Indiana SRN is on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Indiana SRN. Updates every day. Got your schedule for you. You have highlights. You have team players, stats, and even broadcasters of what game we have during the day. Just follow us on Twitter at Indiana SRN, Facebook at Indiana Sports Radio Network, and we thank you that you would do that. Don't forget to listen to Behind the Stripes every pregame show on Friday night.
National show.
Airs at 6:15. Brenda Hilton and yours truly.
Not only can you email the coach with the email address he's given out, which is coach@indianasrn.org, you can also listen to him on the podcast, which is quite successful.
Thank you. Patty Broderick is our guest this week.
That's exciting.
NC2A basketball official and WNBA official. Going to talk about a little bit about the officiating for women's athletics and how the women's athletics have taken really front stage here in the last couple of years.
Great center stage tonight here in Indiana SRN.
You bet.
Gentry.
And tomorrow, doubleheader volleyball night.
We got a lot of ladies athletics.
Love it.
Ferry from midfield. Just a glancing blow off the Zionsville midfielder. Callisto turns it.
Oh, nice.
And just putting her body in the way was Hussey.
And you could just see the enthusiasm and the little uptick for Guerin Catholic, feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, they're feeling they're liking where they got to. I mean, obviously you got it right where you won. You're up 1. You're leading, at least for the moment. Maybe too casual. Can the cutback work? Here's a shot off the bar.
Top of the goal. Maybe too relaxed, Jonathan.
Maybe. Bailey Capella's best friend was that crossbar, but a corner kick coming up for Zionsville. They can still have a chance at this one. And the way this game's going, there's still 24 minutes to play, but this could be that moment. From the near corner. Nice entry. Headed away by Guerin. And it will be a Zionsville opportunity.
Got opportunity.
Barrientos feeds it in. This one a little long and fielded away. Scooped up by Capella. And she comes up firing. Now can Guerin get the second on the counterattack? They've avoided that. They've dodged 2 Zionsville bullets. Working her way up the middle of the pitch. McMahon didn't get enough on it.
Looked like she just missed the whole entire front half of the ball, Jonathan.
Her foot dug in on that nicely manicured lawn. A little tussle. You just saw it on the back of your screen. Free kick for Zionsville. Zionsville wasting no time
at all.
Morgan giving it chase. She has 2 goals to her name. A little time delay tactic by Sawyer. Just not letting Zionsville have another opportunity. And it's incredible how quick soccer can turn, where Zionsville had a 1-on-1 striker v. goalie and just off the top of the crossbar. And here we are with the Zionsville Eagles down to the Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic by 1. Sawyer. McMahon. Trying to muscle around Biediger. Does so. Has Koger in the middle. Ferry in the middle, and down goes McMahon.
No call.
Play on. There was Bestard. Evie still has it. Feeds it into Ferry. Alyssa Ferry. Now trying to battle through it is Biediger. McMahon playing with anger. Just got tackled by Biediger. Puts in a shoulder, feeds it in a little beyond Jennings, and this one sent out of play by Sophie Brown, but it's a corner kick for Zionsville. With you can see it. That clock is dwindling much closer to 0.
Yeah, Sophie Brown just didn't want to run the risk there and kick it right out of bounds to make the corner kick. This is when you just take your time now, right? Walk to the ball a little bit.
Do a couple subs. You just want to delay. You can already see they've taken 20 seconds off just by being deliberate in their pace. We could describe it generously. From the corner, sent in, headed high by Robinson of Zionsville. Coming out with its Humphreys for the moment. She then lost it. And then here comes a whistle by the referee, and it'll be a free kick for Zionsville. Looks to be Chatwick who will do the honors. Here's Alyssa Ferry. Takes the contact, plays on. And just like that, we played 20 minutes of the second half.
And Guerin is just dominating the time of possession.
They are, and that was the case in the first half, case here in the second half. More importantly, they got the one goal of this match. Well, they didn't win that argument, though. It'll be a throw-in for Zionsville. And Zionsville's trying their move slowly up the sideline approach. Some of the supporters for Guerin disagreed with that ruling, but as we play on, this one swept high. Eiler trying to go after it. Gentry won the header, the taller player, and now Schlichty comes away with it for the home team. And that one just out of reach, and it'll be a throw-in for Zionsville. Humphreys. Found Hussey for Guerin Catholic. Took a little shove from Barrientos. And they play on the far side of the field. Trying to do the give and go. Robinson was there for Zionsville. McMahon for Guerin Catholic. Working it towards the middle. Can she set up one of her teammates? She's already been on the receiving end of a chance. Works it in, trying to find space. Still working on it. Zionsville not giving her too much. Bestard. Sends it in. Saved. The follow. No rebound comes quite yet. But turning around was Koger, and I think the offside whistle was up. Another whistle of any form.
Yep, offside. Boy, that was close.
That could have been, and
that would have been the dagger.
That's a golden chance inside 20 minutes to play. You're right inside the box, and one of your better goal scorers, Katie Koger, had it almost lined up before the offside flag went up.
Right side of the ball or the wrong side of the ball? Wrong?
Oh!
Ferry almost spun herself into the ground.
How did she keep her feet?
She's a very skilled high school athlete that we're very happy to be able to broadcast to you all here on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN. Full slate of games scheduled this fall. Hope you'll be able to join us for as many of them as you're able to. Barrientos and Bestard, 2 captains.
Congratulations to Guerin Catholic Volleyball winning against Hamilton Heights last night. A little major upset there.
McMahon. That one's deflected away. The next opponents for these 2 teams, Zionsville welcomes Mishawaka Marion to their homestead. And that is on Saturday. Guerin Catholic will play on Saturday as well against Carmel on a game that you can watch here.
Substitutions first for Zionsville coming on. Number 17, Sharada Submaranian. Number 17, she's in. Number 15, Sadie Graham. Number 12, Mackenzie Turner. And
Even
you gotta love the crowd mics.
Yeah.
Entering for Guerin Catholic. Number 10.
First game jitters for everybody tonight.
Yeah. That's true. Guerin's in the golden position to get that first W of the season. Koger feeds it over. Bestard feeds it up. Not able to do anything with it was Freeze. Up the sideline, Turner. Turner feeds it over to Graham. Sadie Graham. Here's a 1-2 punch. Zionsville needs it. There's only 15 minutes left. Schlichty. Ava had it again. Freeze. And Zionsville hangs in there with the defense, but it's the offense that they need, and they haven't got it yet. And that won't help. Turning the bend is Alyssa Ferry. Nice move. Has some space if she can take it. Didn't get around on it, wasn't able to drive it in. And Chatwick will flick it up the field. Further by Callisto. And another slowdown.
Update score here for you for volleyball in Central Indiana. Mount Vernon's taking on Noblesville. Sorry, Mount Vernon wins 26-24 in game 1, 25-16 in game 2, and leads game 3 18-17. So they lead 2-0. They will play. Mount Vernon will play Heritage Christian right here on Indiana SRN tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock.
Here's Katie Koger. Koger's got a head of steam. She's also got Jennings over to her right. Robinson able to cut her off, send her down. Got the little black pellets billowing up. Ferry wasn't able to collect that ball. But Zionsville can't get it across midfield at the moment. Schlichty. Pressured on by Ashley Coleman, a junior for Zionsville. That's number 6, chasing her. Schlichty and Coleman still battle. And this one will just be ushered out of play by Subranayan.
Substitution for Guerin Catholic. Coming on, number 3, Caroline Quinn. And number 19, Emerson Jennings.
Mom's dad wants
Jennings. One entered in, maybe. Oh, chance here. Keeper's out of play, but it was just beyond the Guerin forward.
Just the momentum has always been, I mean, Guerin Catholic from the kickoff.
Yeah, for at least effectively the first 68 minutes of this game has been completely dominated by Guerin Catholic, and that should bode well as they get ready to play a very tough, crucial part of their schedule. Every part of their schedule is daunting. Same for Zionsville. Two very tough teams and then very tough contact, and it will be in favor of the visitors
and
in white.
Both teams play a very tough conference schedule as well, Jonathan.
And that they do. Circle City, no joke. Neither is the Hoosier Crossroads. Last year, Zionsville finished 5th, an overall winning record, but 5th place finish in conference. Guerin Catholic was 3rd out of those 6 teams. For those keeping it home, Brebeuf and Bishop Chatard had a share of the conference title last year. Here's Alyssa Ferry trying to add her name to the scorebook. Not yet. And Noblesville won the Hoosier Crossroads outright.
Noblesville, again, good this year.
Yeah, number 1 in the land at the moment. And by the land, I mean Indiana. Very specific land. McMahon back in. That's her. There's up Jennings. Emerson leaves it in front. Koger couldn't get there, trying to run it down and do it. Oh, Busold had it, but she was just outside of the box. Guerin wants a handball. I think that happened just outside of the penalty box. And here's a chance, golden chance for the golden ball. Going up 2-0 would be, it'd be Herculean for Zionsville to come back from this one. The wall set up, and it appears to be Quincy McMahon. Will anyone come over to serve as a decoy? It appears not. Busold directing the wall of defenders, trying to position them just right. McMahon drives it around him in front, chipped in, and Guerin 2-0.
Tell you what, that pretty much sealed the deal, didn't it, right there?
Emerson Jennings, for the 2nd year in a row, scores in the Zionsville game, and it would be very difficult from here after something like this.
You just love the aggressive play, got the left corner of the goal, and goalie had nowhere to go.
No, quiet in the first half, but similar towards last night's game in the boys' game. There was 1 goal in that one, but Guerin able to get most of their scoring in the second half in that one. In this one, they got all of their scoring in the second.
We want to thank Keller Williams and WG Realtors for being a sponsor of tonight's soccer game. Thank you so much for sponsoring Guerin Athletics on Indiana SRN. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you, guys. Keller Williams and WG Realtors.
And we also want to thank our executive producer for this broadcast, Jerry Collins, our director, Riley Thomason, who will be leaving us soon because he wants to do this thing called college. Our cameraman, Tyon Johnson, color commentary by Keith Myers. I'm Jonathan Mathis, and we've been happy to have you, our most important part of our broadcast, our viewers, joining in for us in this 80-minute excursion into athletic excellence.
You read that perfectly.
Oh, thank you. He had it written, a big sign in front of me for it.
It's called a cue card.
Oh, yes. Those old contraptions.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Maybe a third. The double team comes. Subrahamian cuts off McMahon. That one is flicked off of her.
.840 left here. Zionsville needs a goal. Needs 2 quickly, but they need 1 really quick here.
Yeah, they need the first one just to get some confidence to feel like it's possible. But you're down 2 to a team like Guerin and another fellow top 20 team, one that is expected to rise. It's a tall task. And you can see the strength of the Zionsville defense, but the question's still unanswered in that Zionsville midfield. Can they help out their 2 fantastic strikers in Turner and Eiler? And I would say it was probably inconclusive. Here is Mackenzie Turner.
Nice move.
But Zionsville not able to control that midfield. And if you're going to give Guerin that, it's going to be very tough because Guerin, probably one of the few teams, I mean, there are several, but one of the few teams that can match Zionsville in at least the wing and the instant offense department. And we saw both wingers, starting wingers for Guerin Catholic, score in this game, in Quincy McMahon and Emerson Jennings. For McMahon, it was her 12th career goal at Guerin Catholic. For Emerson Jennings, her 11th. This one fed on, maybe the first chance. Eiler, relatively quiet, cuts back against the grain, couldn't get enough on that one, tried to leave it for Graham. This one all the way back out to Beedinger. But per usual, Guerin able to deny any opportunity. Allison Ferry has it. Here's Schlichty. 6:30 to play. Subramanian able to usher that almost out of play, and now she chases it to the far side. Free kick for Zionsville, another foul. A lot of fouls in this game, and that's per usual, has been pretty chippy.
Game in progress up in the region. Penn and Carroll High School. Penn leads 1-0 in boys soccer.
Kingsman. Bestard. He's it up to Alyssa Ferry. Ferry pressured from behind. Down she goes. And we'll play on. Just staying in play. Look at that. Just roll on a rail before it trickles out of play. It'll be a throw in for Guerin Catholic. 5:15 to go.
Substitution for Guerin Catholic.
Shaylin Hussey will do the honors after the prerequisite subs are coming in. Score update. That's a rivalry game, if I'm not mistaken. Mooresville, Martinsville.
Yes, sir.
Tied at 2, 15 minutes to play. A little bit more high scoring than this one. Oh, that's about half. This one's is half as high scoring as that one for the moment. Trying to power through is being here. Ferry wouldn't allow it. Scooted on to Katie Koger. Pressing from behind is Eiler. Sticking with her is Barrientos. Four minutes to play.
Souvenir for the fans.
Yeah. You don't get to keep those, unfortunately. That'd be an expensive gift. Eiler and Ferry. Subtle disagreement between those two.
little bump there. I like the competition.
I think the results of this one will not go quietly into this night. It'll hang with these two teams.
these two teams could again meet in the sectional playoff. A little bit chilly, a little bit more chillier probably next time they meet each other.
One can only assume. Then on by Zionsville. And these volleying sessions, they don't really do Zionsville that much good. It's great for Guerin Catholic. Inside 3 to play. Overall, what are your impressions of these two teams, Keith?
Very impressive with Guerin Catholic, how aggressive they are from the get-go. Really controlled the tempo of the game throughout. Two good goals. I think Zionsville probably needs to find some good play in the middle.
Yep, there was another opportunity just ushered away.
But all in all, you can see why both of these teams are ranked, and how they're going to be a tough out for both of those seasons. Now, Guerin, a tough conference season as we talked about. You have to deal with Chittard, Roncalli, Brebeuf. Covenant Christian's always good. Heritage Christian's always good. So could be a very interesting year for Guerin. But very impressive. And a good coach debut, huh?
Yeah, he's retired now. He's 1 for 1. Batting 1,000 as the head girls coach at Guerin Catholic.
Time maybe to resign?
Maybe. John Yao, he doesn't have to. He could ignore us. But got an unblemished record. Barrientos sends it in. Far post, maybe. No, everyone's just off balance. Eiler isn't, but she misses wide to the left. 90 seconds to play. And Guerin could be looking at their first clean sheet of this season. They had 4 of them last year.
Shoutouts are nice to have.
Well, you're feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night, doubleheader on Indiana SRN with volleyball, Mount Vernon Heritage Christian, Covenant Christian, and Indy Genesis. Both games starting at 7 o'clock, 6:45 pre-games. Join us, please. And then a slate of football for you on the network.
Busy Friday. 45 seconds to play. And an impressive performance by Guerin Catholic. They commanded the possession the entire time. They capitalized on those frequent possessions. 2-0. Zionsville, very few shots, very few real chances. They had a golden one that would have tied it, but off the crossbar. And so far, they haven't been able to get anything.
I just like the aggressive play they continue to play, though. They haven't given up.
No, they haven't. You can see it right there.
That's a count of their good coaching staff.
And it's a good team. Results will come, but tonight's result will head for the home team. Guerin Catholic, in 2 seconds, have won their first game of the year, 2-0 over Zionsville. And next for Guerin will be Carmel, right here at home on Saturday at 5 p.m. Zionsville will welcome Mishawaka Marion at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, and then play Chesterton after in the evening. You can see our credits rolling on through. Keith, Guerin, if their mission is win state, they're off to a good start.
They're off to a great start, and see if they can continue to make that happen. And an excellent job tonight, Jonathan. Thanks for letting me join the ride. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you Friday night.
Yeah, let's do this again. On behalf of everyone here at Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time here on Indiana SRN.